Alright, what I'm going to show you right now is different ways to get into the underhook. You don't just want to limit yourself to one way, because if the partner gives you a different look, then you're not going to be able to get to that underhook. And in order to be effective at the underhook, you got to get there. Alright, so first way to get to the underhook. In my stance, alright, I'm always engaging with my back hand. So I come with thumb block here, and then what I like to do is collar tie with my right hand. So I thumb block here, I collar tie with my right, I pull down with the collar tie, and the purpose is I'm pulling him down, they're going to want to reach up. Alright, once they reach up, I jam the underhook. Alright, so the mistake is people don't pull hard enough and they don't get people reaching. If I just go here and just grab the collar and try and punch it, the person's arm can be down blocking. So you got to really pull on them. You can even take a couple steps backwards in order to get that arm to lift. So I'm here, engage with the back hand, I collar tie, I pull, and get the underhook. Alright? I do the same thing if I like an underhook the other side, just turn this way. I do the same thing, but I'm just going to collar tie with my left hand. So again, I engage with my back hand, then I collar tie with my left hand, I pull down and go underhook on the right side. Okay? So either way works. Just make sure you're pulling hard and you're engaging with that back hand. Alright, next thing I'm going to show from the underhook, or how to get to the underhook, is when somebody collar ties me. So when I don't get to the collar tie first, come this way, or I say he engages first. He engages and gets his collar tie. What I like to do from here is I take my opposite hand, so if he has collar tie with his left hand, I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to punch him at the elbow, my fingertips pointing to the ceiling, I'm going to punch at the elbow, step in, and underhook here. Alright, again, this works to both sides. So if he collar ties this side, taking this hand, punching, I'm going to take a big step in with this left leg, I got to close the gap. So punch, punch here. Alright? Make sure when you guys are drilling this that your partner's draping in the overhook position here, because that's the defense. You want to get the correct feel. You don't want your partner just laying across, arm across your back like that. So to punch either side, it's punch, step in. Alright, the next way I like to get into an underhook is like this. I'll go from wrist control. But the key if you're going for an underhook is to grab the wrist with your hand pointed in like this. Alright, because in order to get an underhook from this position, I've got to beat him to the inside here. So I don't want to grab the wrist like we normally would with my hands on the outside. I want to take my fingers and make sure they're on the inside. So I'm here, I'm just grabbing wrist control this way, and depending on how the fight works out, the hand fighting goes, you got to time when to do the underhook. So if his hand's really low, this might not be the time to really get the underhook. But if you're kind of wrestling here and see how, so come this way, sometimes you just wrestle here, maybe his arm comes up a little bit, that's the time to step in and go. But if your hands are on the outside, you won't have that opportunity. Even if he's out here, I can't beat him. I can't jump in and beat him to that underhook. So I'm grabbing here, kind of wrestling around, and then boom, get the underhook in there. Again, this works either side. Alright? Alright, next thing we're going to do, way to get to the underhook, is snapping off the collar tie. Alright? So if they have a collar tie on me, right? Maybe I tried the punch earlier, right? I tried the punch and it just doesn't work. He's too strong here, I can't really get into that underhook. The next thing I'll try and do is snap this collar tie off, and then when he reaches back for the collar tie, I go to the underhook. So normally if he has his collar tie, he wants to be here. So if I snap the collar tie off, he's going to want to re-grab. So we're in collar tie, collar tie. Alright, I'm going to reach inside here. So turn this way. I reach inside here and push on his chest or his neck in order to extend this arm out. Alright? Then I'm going to circle away from the collar tie and snap down on the elbow. So I'm going to circle away and snap down on the elbow. Alright, and then as he goes to reach back up, I punch the underhook. So I'll show it from this angle. So say he got the collar tie on me, I can't do my punch and get underhook from here. So I come over the top, I circle away and snap. I keep pulling with this hand that's on the head. Pull, 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 and then dig the underhook there. Again, this could work on the other side. If you end up with collar tie here, you try to do the punch, it's not working. I'm going to push on my chest, push on his chest to extend this arm out. His arm's bent, it's hard to do it. You've got to kind of extend that out. Circle hard away from it, snap, pull, 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 and get ready for the underhook. All right? Another way to get to the underhook is I go collar tie again, but this time I'm going to dip my shoulder and go the same side as the collar tie. So at first, I was showing this, right? Block, pull, and he reached up with the opposite hand, go underhook on that side. Now what happens is I might go here, pull, and he might come same side, either there or even same side collar tie here. This is probably the easiest way to get it. So if they have the same side collar tie here, all I'm going to do is step in, I'm going to bend my elbow, try and touch my elbow to his chest. All right, here, step with my left foot here, and then my arm's going to swing down and up. All right, now don't try and go, turn this way, don't try and go through the body. So if I'm here and he has this collar tie over top, I step in. All right, don't try and just like put your arm through the body. Swing underneath. There's a gap right here, swing underneath it, come up to the underhook. All right, this works both sides. So again, engage with my back hand, I collar tie with this hand. All right, I'm gonna step in. All right, drop my elbow down like this. I'm gonna turn and face the, in this direction. I'm not gonna be facing him square. I'm turning away from him a little bit. Then I'm gonna drop my arm down, come to my underhook. All right? All right, so another way to get the underhook. Sometimes the person's really clamped up, you're trying everything, you're trying to punch, you're trying to do all these different ways to get the underhook, it's not working, but you still want to get that underhook. Sometimes a shot is a great way to set it up. So what I would do is I'd shoot my single, and then I would come up to my underhook. So I'm here, right, I tried everything, it's not working. All right, I'm just gonna hit my single, whatever setup you like. All right, I might just bang the collar tie, pull, shoot the single. If I get the single, I'll finish the single, of course. But if he sprawls and it's too heavy, it's a perfect time to come up to the underhook and get ready to do your second attack. All right, again, it's gonna work the other side, but it's best off of a single. So if I do a high crotch, it's not gonna work as well, but it still could work. So for example, if I shoot my high crotch and he sprawls, and I'm just coming up, I can circle this side and still get it. But I do like, if I'm purposely just trying to get to an underhook, I probably would go towards the single and just come up the body. All right? Okay, so another way you can do it is by getting to a front headlock. So a lot of times when you get to a front headlock, they're gonna grab your elbows. And that's a perfect time to, the same kind of motion as dipping the shoulder that we did here. We dip the shoulder and drop here. That same motion is gonna work from the front headlock. So however you want to get there, right, you can come here, you can just pull straight down to the front headlock, you do your fake, whatever you like to do the front headlock. But normally, the side you have the chin on, they're going to be trying to grab that elbow. And sometimes the opportunity is going to be there to circle this side and dig the underhook here. All right? So you're going to have to feel it out. Maybe you have to snap them, but if you feel there's a gap here, circle that side, dig your underhook, and get ready for your leg attacks. All right? A big part when you're getting this underhook, no matter what you're using, you've got to have good head position. So after I punch the underhook, so if I'm here, right, no matter which one I'm using, all right, if I go hold here and just go underhook like this, my head position has to go right, this way, my head position has to go right in the temple area, right here. Having it above is okay, but you definitely don't want to have him to have head control position like this. You can't really do it almost any of the attacks we're going to show later on. So make sure you're in this position, or I mean this position, if you can do some things from there, but this is probably the best position to be in. You have control, you're ready to attack them. All right, so we got some more. All right, so we talked earlier about blocking, stepping in. One way to get this is when the person tries to fight in. So if I'm here in my collar tie and the person tries to fight in, that's the time where I put my elbow kind of to his chest and I block him, because he's trying to come all the way into this collar tie or inside control. So I block here, and then I can just step right in and swing the arm to the underhook. So we'll go other side too. All right, always reaching with my back hand. All right, I collar. All right, he starts fighting in, I block here, turn my body to block, and then I step up, get this underhook. All right, last one I got is when the person has a collar tie, right, we can try the punch, right, like we did earlier, but we can also peel off and get to that same wrist control position I was showing earlier, where the hands are on the inside. So if he has a collar tie on me, all right, I can try the punch here, I can snap off and then dig back the underhook. I can also reach my hands right, with my thumb kind of going on the back of my neck, all right, and I roll it over. My head does drop a little bit. You don't want to go too far, right, but you can drop the head because you kind of got good wrist control here. Normally, you don't ever really want to drop your head down to get out of the collar tie, but in this situation, it's okay. So I'm just peeling that hand off the head, and now see how my hands are, my fingers on the inside, and you can just punch right to here. Or if it's not there right away, just keep this grip, wrestle around, working your feet, and it will come there. All right, so that's all I got for ways to get to the underhook. In the next video, we're going to show what to do once you get the underhook.